introduce my friend Stephanie Danielson. And I don't have much to say about her except that she's awesome. And I personally have always thought she had first lady-like qualities. So, Stephanie.
I appreciate that. I want to thank everyone for coming. Great turnout. I mean, we couldn't have asked for anything better on a Thursday night where the world looks like it's coming to an end. That y'all all decided to come here after work and kind of share this moment with us. I just had a quick little bit to say about Rick. Since the first day I met Rick, everyone's told me, he's going places, you need to take that ride with him. You know, this is the guy you need to be with. And he is going places. But what I will tell you about Rick is what you see is what you get. And I think a lot of you have heard me say that before. He is genuine in everything that he does, in everything that he believes. And what he does believe in is the city of Mandeville. It is his home. It's why he's come here. It's why he came back. It's not to be somebody, it's to do something. And what he wants to do is make this place a great place for us to live. And so I just wanted to say one quote that I found that I thought was perfect. Unity is strength. When there's teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved. And if there's anyone that knows anything about teamwork, it's the two of us. And so with that, Rick Danielson.
I don't know if there's really anything I can say after that. Thank you all, and thank you everybody for being with us tonight, especially on a Tuesday night. We know everybody's busy, everybody's got a million things going on, but to take your time out to be here on this evening, which is a very special evening for us, just absolutely means the world to us. I do want to recognize, certainly my wife again. We do all of this together. There's no way I could be doing anything that I do at any level without her. We do it because we enjoy it. This is our town, it's important to us, and we actually have a lot of fun doing all of the crazy things that we sometimes do. So thank you, and I love you for all of it. So, two of our kids are here, the two college students that just finished school a couple days ago. Gabrielle and Elise are with us.
We're in a biology and kinesiology major, so we'll let you all know.
Superstar students in their own right at LSU that are home, and thank you all for coming in to hang out this evening when you could be doing a million other things. So thank you. My mom, some of y'all probably talked to her already tonight. It's right over here, Peggy Danielson. My mom actively tracks everything that I do. She knows more about my Facebook page, my website, and she knows more about any articles. She knows about articles that have been written about any one of us on the city council, more so than probably the five of us do. So she is paying attention even from Atlanta, and I love her for being here today and for all the support that she's given me forever and a day. So thank you very much. The rest of our kids are out and about and doing their thing and hopefully studying for exams tonight, but you'll see them as we go, and we're awfully busy, and it's a wonderful, crazy blended family that we have, and we love every day of it. I want to thank my work family that's here, from the Merrill Lynch office, that allows me to kind of come and go and run around. But Doug Tate is over here off to the side, one of my partners, and Davis Brister, who's in the back, and Bo Raymond from our Mandeville office. And I think some of our, and Bo and I basically grew up together. I was Bo's baseball coach when he was 10 years old down at the Harbor Field, and I was 15, 16 years old, and now we work together. And that's pretty cool because it shows so many of us in this room that grew up here, that went to high school here, that moved back here after college or a first career or whatever it might have been to settle in this community, and we're going to always be here. And that's just going to continue because of the amazing place that we live. But I love my work family, and some of our management staff will hopefully be here in a little bit as well. We've got several elected officials that are either have been here or kind of coming and going, some that are still with us. I want to just kind of briefly recognize y'all and thank you for being here. Reed Falconer, I don't know if Reed's still here. Reed's in the back over here. Thank you, Reed. Reed Falconer from the Parish Council and now a candidate for House of Representatives District 89, which is Tim Burns' seat. Tim's term limited, so Reed is running for that open seat, and wish you nothing but the best of luck. And you're certainly more than qualified and capable to do it. And thank you for your friendship to not only me, but to the entire city of Mandeville. Thank you. Steve Stefanczyk, who's also from the Parish Council, is here with us. think he's out towards the back. And Steve represents the Slidell area, or a portion of the Slidell area from the council, and has spent years and years of service to this community, and just that commitment is what certainly drives me. So thank you all both for being here. And I know one of our other candidates for the upcoming parish council race is Riker Toledano, who's running for Marty Gould's seat on the parish council that represents a big chunk of Mandeville, is with us. And thank you, Riker, and good luck to you. And also running for Parish Council District 4, Mike Lorino, who is sitting right over here. Mike's running for Reed Falconer's current seat, which is open because Reed's running for a House of Representatives. So good luck, Mike, and thanks for being with us tonight as well. We look forward to working with you down the road, too. My council colleagues are here. Ernest Burgair, Clay Madden, Carl Buckholz is here as well. David Ellis, the fourth of the five of us, I think he's got a Fountain Blue meeting tonight, so he's probably over there getting ready for that. But I can tell you that the five of us collectively over the last 3 years have worked extremely hard towards the city of Mandeville and the people that live, work, and play here, trying to make the best decisions that we can in their best interest and trying to help this city make smart financial decisions every day. And I have loved every minute of working with these guys. We don't always agree, but we figure it out. We talk a lot about a lot of different things and a lot of different times. And there's a tremendous work effort going on the city council, and it's been an absolute privilege to work with all four of y'all. And I can't wait for not only the next year in front of us, but also for future years ahead to continue to do it. And I thank y'all for your friendship as well. I do want to recognize, we have, kind of call it a host committee, but it's really not a host committee. It's really a group of people that said, I want to help. And many of them are here tonight, and there'll be more that'll be joining us. And every single one of them that were listed on those invites that y'all received absolutely mean the world to me. And they have been helpers, they want to do different things, they want to get involved, and they don't care what it is. I need all the help that I can get no matter what it is, and I've got a great group of people dedicated to this community, whether they live within the city limits or not, that want to be involved, and not because of what I'm doing, but because of what this community means to them. And that's huge. So as you see them running around, and we want to get more people involved as well. But thank you, all of y'all. There's, I think, 20 or so people that we listed, and a few others, that are involved with us, but not listed on the host committee. And we just thank you for everything that you're doing with us. Let me just kind of briefly talk about the last 3 years, and then I want to talk about moving forward. So the last 3 years, as I mentioned, this council has worked very, very hard, and certainly in the best interest of our taxpayers, and we've accomplished a great deal. Just to touch on a few things, some stuff that we'll continue to push for until it's done includes flood protection right out here. What happens on this lakefront affects the entire city of Mandeville and basically all of the western half of St. Tammany Parish, if not all of St. Tammany Parish. That's a big push for us, and we're going to continue to do that. We've made some strides. We've got flapper valves that are now going in, and it'll take some time until they're completed, but it's getting better. But we're going to continue to push until we've got real flood protection out here, and that's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen, over time. We've done a lot, on infrastructure improvements. Some of y'all might have read or remember a couple years ago the SCIP program that we introduced, and it's the Safety and Capacity Improvement Program, using our tax dollars for streets, bridges, and drainage that is built up over time to address critical infrastructure needs for the benefit of everybody within the city limits of Mandeville and our entire region. That is coming as well, to include improvements to the Four Corners interchange at Highway 22, 190, and North Causeway, to include Dalwell Drive, to include a major transportation study, comprehensive study for the entire area, and then also for the bypass road that will run between Highway 1088 and Highway 190 behind Pelican Park, outside the city limits of Mandeville, but for the benefit of everybody throughout this entire region, and smart use of our money that is built up over time to address a critical need. And that's coming, and that work has already started. And that work started because this council has pushed for it and working with the parish council and the parish administration to get it done, and it will get done. And the design phase is happening right now. And just wait, and it's going to be a couple years, but it's coming. So we're very, very excited about that.
We've also, over the last 3 years, had major efforts to improve the budget process. And that sole purpose of those efforts has been to protecting the taxpayers' money, and like I said earlier, helping the city make smart financial decisions every day. We'll continue to do that until we know that this budget process that we have and the expenditure of your dollars can't be done any better. I don't know if that day will ever come, so we'll never stop with those efforts. But we have made some progress, and we'll continue to work very hard for that. Also, during this time, I've been involved with a few other things. I had an opportunity to serve as the chairman of the St. Tammany Parish Inspector General Task Force, which was a very interesting process, and been very active with the Chamber of Commerce and some other community service organizations that I'm very proud of, and we're always very busy. But one of the most important things to me of what's happened over the last 3 years is that I've learned so much about this city. I knew that I had a love for this city, and I knew that I had a passion for this city before I started this. That has only grown exponentially. I can't even really describe to you, and it might not make sense to everybody, but that's how I feel every single day, and that's what drives me. And it's not necessarily just the city of which we live in, but all of the people that are here, all of the people that truly care about what's going on, all of those people that have moved back here, all of the families that have been so good for us for so long, that really showed us how this is supposed to be done, and now some of us are in charge. And we need to make sure that it's done right, so that our children and our grandchildren someday will come back here and do the same things that some of us are doing right now. And so the people that I've met and the relationships that I have developed over the last 3 years are extremely special to me, and they're relationships that I may have never had without my involvement at this level. And I look forward to continuing to increase those relationships and grow those relationships, and it's just very special to me, so thank every single one of y'all. Stephanie mentioned a little bit ago, and the quote was actually from her, when she did tell me at some point, she says, don't try to be somebody, instead try to do something. I've mentioned, and I'll say it again, what drives me is my passion for service, and it's my love for this community. What matters to me is the people that live, work, and play in Mandeville. That's my focus every single day and every hour that I serve representing each and every one of y'all, whether you live in the city limits or not. The city deserves a chief executive with experience and a record of service, leadership, and integrity at all levels. Our city needs someone who is prepared to stand out amongst the leaders of St. Tammany Parish, stand up for the taxpayers, and most importantly, stand strong for transparency and good government to lead our city into the next era of prosperity. Tonight, and maybe this is not a big surprise to a lot of y'all, but I'm very proud to announce my candidacy for mayor of Mandeville. Just a few more things, because I want you to know why. And for me, this is not about politics and it's not about personal gain. It's about public service. It has been and it always will be. For me, this is not about, thank you, Clay. Thanks. For me, this is not about a stepping stone. This is not about a stepping stone. This is about my commitment to service and my passion for this community. And that will only continue to grow as we move forward. To me, it's about leadership, management, and communication. Pretty simple. We live in a beautiful town. We have amazing people that live, work, and play in this city. Extremely educated, extremely talented, extremely resourceful. Use those resources that are sitting right here to make the right decisions. There is nobody in city government that has all of those decisions. And if we don't rely on every single one of y'all and everybody that lives around here, we will fail. And so it really is all about leadership, management, and communication. I know that I have the experience to manage this great city. I have a vision for the future of Mandeville, and I have the leadership skills to build coalitions and to build partnerships, which are extremely important for all of us at all levels. Over the next several months, please don't be fooled by the activity and projects that will be started, along with the promises of new ones, just because it's an election year. We have a lot to do. City government should be consistent and should show continual movement towards bettering an already great city. And we should never rest on our laurels, and we should never do just the basics to get by. It is time for new leadership, it's time for a vision, and it's time for change. I want to be your mayor, and I'm ready to lead and represent the great people of this city, and I would be proud to represent you. My election is not until March of 2016, but there's an awful lot that we need to do between now and the next 10 months. I need everybody's help. We have a great team that we've already started. We want more and more people to get on that team. We have a big elections this fall in October with runoffs in November at the state and parish level. So that makes our window for this election very, very small. November, December, January, and February, and that's really about it. So it's going to be fast once we get there. There will be a lot of things that happen between now and then. But if you're interested and you want to learn more about what I think we should be doing and how I've worked with the council and how we work together, you want to get involved, please let me know and we'll find a perfect place for you. Together, I know that we can make our city greater than it has ever been. But I certainly, as I said, I cannot do it without you. Thank you again for being with us tonight. I want to thank all of the friends that I have here, some of which I've known since I was 8 and 9 years old, grade school, high school, college, all of us that are here. Those are the relationships that started this drive and started this passion, and it's the rest of y'all that have come into my lives over the last several years that have just made this more and more special. Before you go tonight, and we're not leaving for a while, but when you go, you'll notice we've got some cups in the back. We've got some push cards that has a little bit of info on there as well. I've got a website, I've got a fancy Facebook page. Supposedly we even Twitter a little bit from time to time. And if you need more information about what we're doing, please don't hesitate to use those resources, but certainly let me know how I can be helpful. Thank you again. This means the absolute world to me to have all of y'all here, and I'll stop it right there. Ms. Lori?
Rick, is it rumor, or do you have a story about a particular ceiling tile in the
At City Hall?
City Hall, correct?
You know, and yes, I do, and I can tell a lot of stories for a long time
I'm going to
tonight.
repeat
Which
that.
some of y'all might have heard that I had an internship in city government, City Hall when I was in graduate school. I worked in planning and zoning. I had it for the summer, and it was awesome. I thought I liked kind of the government side of things. It was pretty cool, and some of the other stuff that I had done before then. But to work in city government for that summer for Mayor Paul Spitzfade and some of the other leadership at City Hall at that time was awesome. Well, one of my grunt work projects was to redo the ceiling tiles. And I think I signed 1 or 2 of those with the hope and thought that at some day I would have the opportunity to be involved at a different level with city government. This is my first level of involvement right now, and I hope for more and more to go, because this is what drives me, and I can't wait for the future ahead of us, and I can't wait to do it with all of y'all. So thank you again. Have a great night.